Now say thank you very much.
Thank you. He's appearing out of the ether.
Now, bump, bump.
Here I am.
The day democracy died, my friends. You know, Don McLean wrote a song called American Pie. And he was at the White House with Joe Biden. So I don't know if he's a Trump supporter or not, because Trump can order anybody. He'll order Taylor Swift to come perform for him now.
Can he can do that? Well, yeah, I get. Well, shit. I mean,
For
what am I
killer.
talking about here? I just did the
Dictator.
same thing. I was just
It's going to be a dictator. We got
Yeah.
the dick voters. We got dick voters.
That's why I think it's funny. Everybody's just like, "Oh, in the next election, really? Is there
There's
going to
no more?
We sure is going to be one?"
He's already said it. It'll all be
mean-
fixed so well. You'll never have to vote again. You're never going to have to vote.
And then there's going to be that J.D. Vance and Trump Jr. or one of them's fight for power.
J.D.
and then,
Vance will only
who's
get
gonna
it
take
if
No,
Trump
it's going to be
dies.
it's a long
You'll
ride.
never be in the succession plan unless Trump dies.
I mean, Marv, we haven't even gotten to the MAGA party yet. You know that's coming, right? I mean, it's pretty much Republicans, but they're going to change the name officially.
Yeah, it's the MAGA party.
That,
We got fucking Joe
or
Rogan.
just Trump
Joe
party.
Rogan, who's famous for calling out, and I'm writing a story. I'm going to write a story on this. Joe Rogan is famous for calling out Carlos Mencia for being a joke thief. You're 10 times fucking worse, Joe Rogan. You're 10 times fucking worse. You supported a fucking lying thief, cheat, whore for president, and you're partly responsible for this happening. You and your fucking idiotic bros. People that tell them, John, you know these bros. Who are they?
This was my blind spot. I didn't have no idea that this guy. I know Joe Rogan. I've known Joe Rogan. Not know Joe Rogan, but I know who he is.
Well, it's the number one podcast.
I've never listened to his show. I've seen clips, and I've just always
show. Because
they got the trifecta here. They got Dana White, they got Joe Rogan, and they got Elon Musk.
Yeah.
They got all three of them, and that's what drove the you're right, the bro vote. And and they got Portnoy. All of them, making money. And they got comedians. They got people who would
not real comedians, not very funny. They're not funny.
I'm just,
Tony Hinchcliffe has never been funny. He's a fucking hack.
I don't engage with any of those. I didn't realize that they were as popular as they are. So yeah, I'm. That's my. I don't really. I guess that's past my. I don't know. My age group does. I guess some of my age group, a lot of them, I don't. So I didn't realize they were as popular as they are. I didn't realize they could be that motivated by.
I've never been able to sit through a Joe Rogan comedy special, the whole thing, because it just fucking goes off the rails. I've tried. I liked Joe Rogan when he came out against Carlos Mencia. Oh, this guy's got some integrity. This guy believes in standing up for what's right. That's all gone, Joe. You threw it all away. You have no fucking integrity.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't think people understand what can and could happen. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope
so too.
I hope at the end of this,
we might be in trouble for doing this stupid podcast.
Well,
they might come after us because who's to stop them? We live in a fucking Republican state led by all Republicans, and they voted in more Republicans. Our Supreme Court is almost entirely Republican now.
That's why we got to just prepare.
It might be all Republicans. I don't know if there are any Democrats.
You know what we got to do, Marv? We gotta stand back and stand by. That's what we got to do, apparently.
It's the new Trump salute.
I mean, I think another part of this is that I think a lot of the people that were voting, I think they think that the way Trump acts is the way politicians have always acted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they've had how many years of this guy? And he's desensitized them from the very beginning.
It's 15.
These younger male voters, even female voters,
we're in 9 years. So
yeah, 9 years. That's enough to affect part of a voting generation, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
That they think that this is the way it's always been. When you try to tell them, no, this isn't how it's supposed to be. This isn't how someone's supposed to act that's going to be president. Not even just act, that literally the things that they do.
Why are they saying he's a convicted felon? Because they're going to throw that case out now.
They don't care because they think that's just, oh, he's just like any other politician.
He's not going to be a convicted felon anymore. They're going to throw it out. Yeah,
he's going to pardon himself.
He's never paying. He's never paying for the rape he was adjudicated to have done.
He'll be dismissed. He'll never have to pay any of this stuff.
He'll never pay it. He is a piece of dung.
Yeah, and then they say, "Oh, well, New York State's they're gonna do this. They're gonna make him serve out his sentence in New York." No, none of that's gonna happen.
Nope.
None of it's gonna happen.
No, because they know he'll come after him now.
Yeah, everything's up.
He's a terrorist.
Every freedom, every service.
You got a guy like Stephen Miller's in control again. They're going to fucking destroy families again. They're going to kidnap children with no qualms whatsoever. They're going to separate kids from their parents. They're going to kidnap. They're going to kill. They're going to maim. They're going to put in a national. 2025 is in now. They've already said it. Now that the election is over, we're going to start implementing 2025 right away.
But Marv, you don't understand. That's what they voted for.
Yeah, well,
some of these people know this.
And no, they voted for the bro. They voted for the guy who said he's going to give everybody tax cuts. They voted for all that bullshit that he said he's going to do, and he's not going to do it. They voted for Elon Musk giving them $1 million that they registered people.
And that's like other people saying, "Oh, isn't this against the Constitution?" Hey, guess what? Constitution is up for grabs too. All these things that we held as these are firm things. None of these things are certain anymore. So, I mean, if you're willing, so bad,
the people in Hungary seem so happy. People in Russia will be happy. We'll all be dictatorships now. No one will be different. The wars will all stop, right? What's Ukraine's gone?
Yeah, well, yeah. He might as well count.
Goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. Whatever deal he makes is gonna.
Right.
Unless Europe says no. You know what? Europe might help Ukraine enough to survive. Because Putin's hurting really bad. But he's laughing at our country.
Think about who they tied into, though.
Laughing at us. Me and you and I, people like us, who believed in the democracy, who believed in the Constitution.
Yeah, but we are talking about, they got a section of the electorate that they brought in wrestling. They brought in, look at who they brought in compared to who the other people brought in. It spoke to all those people. And
what was it? 15 million less votes this time?
Yeah. And for some reason, well, we know why the reason was. Democrats sat out.
They won't vote for a black woman. They
so
won't
as much
vote
as you
for
can
a
say
woman,
that the
let
Democratic
alone a black
Party
woman.
is so elevated and everything like that, it's really not.
And I think I'm so sick myself. I didn't even consider that people wouldn't vote for a black woman.
Right?
It didn't even enter my. I mean, it was there, way in the back. It wasn't even consideration. I'm like,
I mean, I just thought.
She's
really
thought if she's a great person. She's nice. She's done everything, and they just didn't like her.
So, I thought of it as something on the other side is, okay, if you know that his highlights were pandemic, right?
Oh no, tax cut was his highlight.
No. I'm talking about low light highlight, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about his major presidential things,
yeah,
I mean, pandemic is pretty big.
Largest trade deficit in history.
Well, I was getting to, the insurrection.
Don't forget, you can't forget that.
I mean, impeached twice.
2 impeachments. And he should have been, that's where Mitch McConnell, fuck you, Mitch McConnell. You could have let it, should have been voted out of office. And this is why you should have fucking voted for it.
But
and you're the fucking
responsible.
You destroyed democracy, Mitch McConnell, you cocksucker.
Think about it. Though. every step of the way, all these people, even you heard voters recently, they say, well, he needs a second chance. You remember all those senators and congressmen when they didn't impeach him? Oh, well, he learned his lesson. He needs a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Oh, no.
That's what the voters
No.
were saying.
He's still responsible legally. He can still be arrested and put in jail.
But none of this is Donald Trump's fault.
That's
Trump is
Joe
gonna
Biden's
Trump.
fucking fault right there. Joe Biden picks Merrick Garland, who sat on his fucking ass for 2 years and didn't do shit about the insurrection. He
And
should have been
part of it
fucking in
is
jail by now.
the naivete or naivete, or however you want to say it, of the Democratic Party. And this happened before, whenever they kept bringing up all these justices when they had them there and they asked them about the abortion issue and all, you know that they were lying. You knew that they were giving you lip service. And you said, well, no, nothing will ever happen. It's not. And they just kept telling you this every time you asked them about it. Every time it was brought up as a question, it was like, oh, that will never happen. You know, and then Trump, oh, that will never happen. And then this again, oh, that will never happen. They did it again, and they keep doing it.
Let's see what's going on with the House of Representatives.
So they're going to make just as much money as anybody else. So they're going to make money off the opposite side this time.
Yep.
Because people are going to pour even more money in. And they're going to keep raking it in. Because sometimes you can make even more money as the minority as you can if you're on top. And that's how they get you. That's the scam.
I don't know what's wrong with this internet, because they were at 216 yesterday, and now it's saying 213. So I don't know what's going on.
What's that? What are you talking about?
House of Representatives.
Oh.
It's saying they're at 213, but yesterday they were at 216 yesterday. So
he's got the Supreme Court. He's got the executive, of course. He's got all the levers of government. He's got the Senate. He's going to have the House.
Yep.
Regardless. And I think it's and you'll know whether or not anything is brewing if nobody announces any sort of midterm stuff. You know what I mean? Then you know there's not going to be a midterm. So you might as well not even worry about it.
Do you think Biden would have won?
I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it. And I mean, if they were going to make that decision, they should have, it's just a.
Hey, a guy that was losing, Whiteside, actually overtook a Republican in the 27th Congressional District in California. He was losing the whole time, and he finally passed him. So that's good news.
Yeah, I think that they're all the people collectively that said, "Oh, I'm sitting out on this principle," or I'm making a stand on this principle.
I guess 3 races that were given to him yesterday have been taken away. I don't understand how it works.
Who's that? Trump?
No, Republicans. They were at 216 today. They're at 213.
Oh. I don't know. Oh, say, can you see?
So that gives us hope, It's 213 to 200.
Does it though? I think the one thing, or a few things that, you can kind of take a little bit of. Some of the states are safeguarding themselves. I think that's a good thing. I think it gives it a chance, but who knows? Like I said, if somebody does all these things and they've shown you who they are, and that doesn't even get to emoluments, that doesn't even get to that,
Oh,
the
they're going to
crazy
steal.
thing.
They're going to
Huh?
steal so much.
Oh, so much money. So much money. And when you have
Iowa,
that much money, I mean,
Iowa's only about 1,000 vote difference with 99% of the vote, so that's going to go to them most likely. They haven't called it yet, though. So
yeah, I'm just
Mary
you know,
Kapler's up 1,000 votes.
and hey, Marv, if none of these things happen, if things, I'll be the if I'll be the first one to admit it that I was wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that I
About
was
what?
just like being
We're not
paranoid
wrong
about
about
all the
Trump.
things that he's about to do. If he
Oh,
doesn't do any of these things, or
if someone just stopped him. That's only. It'll just because he was stopped. That's only going to reason if he doesn't
hey,
do it.
I can hope that something says don't do these things, but we know the opposite. That's the bad part. We know the opposite. We've seen what he will do, and now he feels that.
He's got a mandate. He said.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He doesn't
saying.
really. It's
So
not
he's
really.
got no guardrails to do whatever the hell he wants. So
Man, they really are slow counting votes in California. 60. They said it takes a month sometimes. So right now it's 213 to 200 Republicans. They need 5 more seats.
do you think that? I mean, again, all of it's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to.
Oh, you know what? They're going to slaughter the Palestinians now
Well,
because that'll bring peace.
I mean
And
that's. I'm sorry, but that's going to be a given. And these people, they voted or didn't vote. They voted for it. So, what I was more going to ask about is, do you think Trump could see some of these safeguards that some of the blue or the Democratic governors? Can he weave that into a treason thing? Right?
he can try. I mean, he's got Department of Justice, and he's going to fire anybody who has any decency left there.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just you don't know, since you just elected someone with no guardrails and freedom to feel that they can put into power whoever they want or whatever they want. Then everything is up for grabs.
According to the map on Huffington Post, and I've looked at a bunch of them, they need 216. They've got 216 seats already, and they're leading in 3. So if they win 2 of the 3 they're leading in, they're controlling the House. Or might be leading in 4. This one here.
What
Fuck.
did anybody say what the situation is with the military? I realize that they follow the Constitution, not the president.
They're not allowed to follow unlawful, immoral orders.
Yeah, but according to who?
According to their code, that's all.
Okay. At least
I
we
mean,
got
that
that
doesn't
going.
mean they won't.
That's right. I would be, would you I would be interested to get a military person on just to ask them some of these questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. There's a really tiny district. They're up 8,000 votes with 80% in. They're winning that one. Some of these districts are so small you can't even see them on the map. They're winning another one by 2,000 with 62% of the vote in. They're winning one by 2,000 with 87% of the vote in. And with 74% in Alaska, they're up 10,000.
Hey, refresh my memory. How many states do we need, or do they need, in order to pass amendment to the Constitution?
3/4.
And that's and is that the states voting, or is that the states' bodies?
Yeah, the
voting?
states would have to call a convention and vote on it. The other way is 2/3 of both the House and the Congress.
Well, here we go.
Well, no one's ever getting 2/3 again for a long time, probably. Well, the Republicans might next election.
I mean, the guy like
Might be
openly did
3/4.
these things. It wasn't like that he just did reckless, piddly shit.
Oh, he was
He
completely
did.
out of control at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, he did crazy shit. And then they were just like, you know what? Let's give this guy the nukes again. No one rose that question. The guy who thinks that, hey, let's drop a nuke in a hurricane, just see what it does. Let's just what's the worst? But I you know, all these people, they listen to a wrestler and they didn't. Maybe they did do the research and they were still like, you know, that's what it comes down to. They just say, hey, we don't really want a black lady as president.
All right. Congress can propose an amendment with a 2/3 vote in both the House and the representatives of the Senate. Alternatively, 2/3 state legislatures can request that Congress call a convention to ratify it. It must be ratified by 3/4 of the state legislatures or 3/4 of state ratifying conventions. All right, so that's the two ways to do it. After it's proposed, it has to be approved by 75% of the states or 75% of the state ratifying conventions.
How many blue states were there yesterday?
Oh, let's look at it. Let's go back to the election. How many states did Trump win? Let's just Google that. It's easier, right?
Yeah, here.
So she's 4 million votes down right now. She could easily still pass Trump, by the way, with the California vote.
You mean with the popular vote?
Yeah. We still got some states that aren't decided, right? Arizona's not decided yet.
And how many? Well, she already conceded, so none of this shit matters, right?
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. No.
So,
Mm.
you know, that's another part
really
too.
Doesn't really say how many states he won.
No.
I can look at it and count it, but that's fucking boring.
And if you and he is, and they are. So all I'm going to say is, if you're calculating enough, and you know how the Democrats work, that you know that they're going to abide by all the rules of the letter of the rules because that's what they're programmed to do. As
You won all the swing states. You won all the swing states.
But I mean, still, you could. What I'm saying is, you could figure a way in order to, if you wanted to fix it, because you know, as soon as it comes out that, you know, he's got the numbers or whatever, they're going to concede. So as soon as you got that, then he's the winner no matter what.
No, concession doesn't end it. The actual votes determine it.
Oh, really? So even if she conceded and
if you
she
concede to find out you won, you're still president. Yeah, the votes count.
Oh, okay. Well, then, okay. Then I'm just paranoid.
Okay. It doesn't really, no one's saying how many states he won. 42. It just talks about the swing states. Guess I'd have to count it. Easier to count the Democrats, right? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So he doesn't have 3/4.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you think that, and some of the things did, but do you think because the first time around, none of the things that, well, I wouldn't say none, but the things that Trump, some of the things that Trump didn't directly affect them so much, except for the pandemic, which he always got a pass for?
No, because he got on TV every fucking day and said, we have the greatest economy ever. It was a lie. His economy was 7th out of the last 11 presidents.
Yeah, but for some reason, they all believe that it was good because he kept saying and saying
they're
things.
idiots. They're fucking idiots. You know, take out COVID. The GDP under Trump was 2.6. It was 3.6 taking out COVID for Joe Biden. 1 whole percentage point higher. Biden's economy, way better than Trump's ever was. Way better. The only problem, inflation. Inflation was going to happen no matter who the fuck was president because the world shut down. We have the economy every other country in the world dreams of right now. And Joe Biden did a fucking great job, and he's never going to get credit for it because he got a fucking whore liar in the White House. And if you're a Christian and you think you're Christian and you voted for Trump, you're not a Christian. Fuck you. You're not Christian at all. You just think it. You're just like him. You're full of shit. You lied to your own self. And that's how I feel.
Is that all you got for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I don't know how you look at that. Look at he got abortion done. Okay, big deal. Or yes, he did that. I guess that's really huge for them. They got that taken away from other people. Let's look at if you're on the other side, the highlights then, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We did that before. That's big.
Well, we started to, and I derailed it. So
if you're one of the big ones, if you're one of the big ones of the big Republican, ultra Christian and everything like that, getting back abortion's got to be big, right?
Yeah. Get to kill more adults. It's important.
If you're pro-life.
Well, pro-life people aren't pro-life. They're pro-forced birth.
Well,
they're
yeah, you get what I'm saying. But if you're a Catholic,
fuck that. You're not pro-life just because you don't believe in abortion. That doesn't make you pro-life. Because abortions aren't going to be stopped. People are going to die now because of that.
I know that. I'm just saying, in general, these are what they liked that he did last time.
Yeah,
right? The tax cut.
Right.
The tax cut.
Here's what he got done.
Everything that he does right, they like. They ignore everything else.
Here's something he did.
Yo, ever heard of Jerkmate? It's fun, entertaining, and addictive with a spicy, sexy twist. Come see for yourself and watch thousands of crazy girls do things that are beyond your wildest dreams. Join in on the fun today.
That's what you got done, Donald. You're a jerkmate.
And he's going to be, I'm interested to hear when he deports all these people, how many people are complaining that all these restaurants that people were supposed to be working at are going to be shut down.
They'll all be crying.
All their food's
going to blame Joe Biden for it.
Hi, of course they will. Well, that was Joe Biden's economy. And by the way, I don't believe them when they say it was the economy. I don't believe them.
They don't even know what the fucking economy is. They know they paid more than the store. That's it. Fuck them.
How fragile. Think about this. There was a generation that went through the Great Depression. There was a generation that went through World War II, and they had rations. This group that we have would never be able to go through rations.
Started with George Bush. Jimmy Carter said, turn your thermostats down. George Bush said, after a terrorist attack. You know what? The best thing you do for America is go shopping.
Right? I mean,
No sacrifice. Don't do anything to sacrifice for others.
think
Just go
about when
shop.
the pandemic happened, and even the suggestion of putting on a mask. It's against my rights. A mask. Now, if you can't breathe and you got a condition that you can't have anything obstructing,
They don't
sure.
work. They don't work. There's no proof they work. So what's it hurt? What did it fucking hurt you to wear a mask, you piece of shit?
And some of the basic things that they said to do, no, you know? So
So disgusted.
the amount of buckle down and sacrifice they all like to say that happens and occurs, no, I don't buy it. You're not able to do it.
They're lying. You know, they go to the Trump rally and say how broke they are. Then you're wearing $2,000 worth of Trump gear. Fuck you,
Right?
you fucking idiot.
None of that stuff is cheap. You can't be doing too bad. You just brought
Trump's a thief. He doesn't
flag.
do him any favors.
No, but he will, because it'll be perpetuating the white race.
Maybe. I don't think so. But yeah.
Did you see that video? That guy he was explaining his point of view, and it was like that's almost the exact opposite of how I had viewed how America was supposed to be. You know what I mean? I bought into all of it, you know, melting pot. That hey, every place else is like that, but not here, you know.
Yeah.
You know, every place else
we're just like
that, but here
we're just fucking like them,
right? And we're proving it.
And you know what?
We're proving it.
I'm going to protest. I'm going to be going to protests and shit. We need to take a camera with us. We could prosper off of Donald Trump. Obama was a president. He won't remember Joe Biden. He'll say, Obama.
Do you remember when he took the Bible out and wanted to ask the military to intervene? Any other president
held
would
it
have been
upside down
dead
because he'd
then.
never seen it before.
They'd have
Held
been
it upside
impeached
down because he didn't know how
then.
to read it.
It's just
We're
like
fucked, man.
everybody. They didn't want to forget. They all remember. All these
idiots.
people remember. They just didn't want to vote for her. It wasn't that she wasn't qualified. It wasn't that she
Here's
didn't have
what's
the
gonna happen.
experience or any of that type of stuff. None of it.
The rest of us
They
are
just
all
didn't
going to have
wanna
limits
vote.
on talking.
What's that?
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the
Hey.
fuck up.
Fuck you, because you also went on a little rampage, sir. And now we're
That's
going
what's
to
going
get
to
into
happen. You're going to talk, and they're going to say, "Sorry, you've reached your limit on talking."
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready to write the dystopian future where jokes are no longer allowed, and we got to go through Yakov Smirnok's joke police.
There you go. There you go.
Now joke tells you only torture. And Marv froze. I think he did that on purpose. What a dick. Oh. I already shut us down. That was quick. Well, Mr. Trump, there you go.
All right, we're recording again. Here's the next thing we're going to hear.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
That's why you got to prepare. You got to be ready. I watched that the last White House Down movie. The guys out in the woods. You got to prepare.
We're gonna start. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and go over all my martial arts.
Yeah.
Why? They're just gonna shoot me. I'm gonna do all that work and get in shape, and they're just gonna
Tunnels,
shoot
Marv.
me.
We're gonna build tunnels, and we live underground.
We're gonna be like the Vietnamese, huh?
The Vietnamese, yeah, the Vietnamese.
How do you lie to the FBI and now you're running for president? Seriously, how do you lie to the FBI and now you're running for president?
He asked his own damning. I'm depressed, John.
If you have any sort of clue about what's going to happen, you are depressed. That's what people think. People think that we would have been super happy. Yes, we would have been very happy if Trump would have lost. But we're not. We're sad because we think this is the end of the republic. You know, he already came close last time. I mean, the issue isn't like, oh,
But they think it's a fucking game, winning and losing, and now they've won, and that's all that matters to them. They don't know he's going to fucking tank the economy like he did last time. We're going to have the biggest trade deficit in the history of the world. We're going to start losing jobs. He's going to fucking do everything he did wrong last time. He's going to do that on steroids, but it won't matter because he's going to be a fucking dictator, and all the rich people are going to do just fucking fine.
Oh yeah, I mean they made $60 billion.
The middle class
gets
a goodbye.
Yeah, and they're not going to get anything. That's all these people that voted for him. They think somehow they're going to become rich. Now, if you voted for him just because of you don't want a trans kid in the bathroom with your
Would you say there's 100 of them?
Yeah,
There's 100 of them.
yes, in the whole country. And I don't buy it. I don't even buy it. That was the issue. Because if that was the case, then how come women's softball and WNBA is impacted the gill with dudes, with young dudes that just, can't wait to watch some girls basketball? It's bullshit.
What about our friends in Springfield?
Oh, they're all those people are gone. Getting shipped back. They're going back to Haiti. That's like people are saying, oh, he can't get rid of not natural, the citizenship, the birth citizenship. Oh, he can't get
legal
rid of
immigrants.
He can?
Yeah, he can. He's got all the votes he needs.
Yeah, he can do what he wants.
The only thing is, right now, technically, the filibuster still exists. So Senate could filibuster things, but they'll get rid of that if they have to.
We know
They'll get rid of it.
Democrats are going to. Democrats, there's going to be about 5 Democrats. Well, we really need to find a way to reach across the aisle and work with these people, even though they're slowly dismantling our country. We just need to figure out a way to work across the aisle, and you'll get like 5. So all this shit's going to pass. And we froze again. Oh.
Emotional damage.
He's back. Here, hold on. I got a message from Khalil.
Who?
Oh, I thought maybe he wanted to come on.
Is he coming on? Who's it from?
My friend Khalil.
How would he know it? I didn't put it on your page.
Oh, maybe not. Well, I'm just telling him now. You want to come on our show and vent?
Okay, is he coming? We're recording now. So, folks, we talked for 20 minutes. Because we had a glitch on the internet, I paused it, and I didn't turn it back on. So you missed
you can always edit, right?
You missed a lot. Trump dancing.
Again, we're the dumb ones. We're the dumb ones. Every time we called them dumb for all these things, it's not true.
No, fuck you.
They're
dumb. They're dumb. We're still smart ones. I'm the smart one. Is he coming on?
I don't know. It's kind of short notice, so
you got to send him the link. So, Kalala, is that who you're saying?
No, Khalil. Here, how do I send him the link? Here, maybe I can use yours. I think I got it. There, I sent him something.
Do you have the stage thing where it says invite? Do you have the invite thing on bottom?
No.
Can you see the text? I can put it in there. Maybe. How do you comment here? Huh, how do you even comment? It's got a thing for comments. Oh, I gotta hit show.
I sent him the link that you sent me. Should I send him something else?
Yeah, that's the same one.
Okay.
Maybe we got a guest. Ooh!
Uh-oh.
40-minute mark. We talked for, oh shit, we started at about 10:10, right?
Was it?
10:20.
I don't know.
I was in the hot tub till 5 till. Yeah, I'm ranting about how rough life is. I was in the jacuzzi.
Right? With your real doll?
Talk about buying a new car. Well, you know what? My car is a 2004. So it's been a few years since I've had a new car.
Oh, is that what you're...
I'm lying. I'm still going to have the 2004. We're replacing the 2012.
But haven't several people like offered you money for that car? Like straight up?
Yeah, it just still last week. People want to buy it. They know if fixed up, it would be worth. It wouldn't be worth a lot more, but it's one of those cars.
The turbocharge in it or whatever you said?
No, it doesn't have a turbocharger. If it
Oh.
did, it would be fucking off the hook. People would want it really bad then. But they want it because a lot of them want the interior for their Toyotas. It's the same interior. My Lexus IS 300 has the same interior as a fancy Toyota. I forget the name of the Toyota that has the same. But they go, oh, I want that interior. Because my body's rusted out. Craig on Facebook. Maybe Craig's coming. Let's see, Craig Doyle. Let me go to Facebook and look. I put a new mouse on my thing, and it has a button on the side that makes me go. That's why I've got left twice. There's a button on the side that if I hit it, it goes backwards.
Oh, what's this? Oh, in your car?
No, on my mouse.
Oh. So I was trying to get my friend
Oh,
instructions.
someone's here. Look. Khalil.
Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
Good. We're ranting and whining and crying and talking about the success of our election.
Feeling stupid?
I feel stupid for allowing myself to hope.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. That we were the dumb ones to think that it would matter on, between the black and white.
And I really hate the fact that Donald Trump is the president that we deserve as a nation. He really is.
So we voted for him. It's who we are.
Yeah.
As a nation. Because we believe in majority rule.
I drank a lot of sake last night.
I was into margaritas. I was drinking.
Yeah.
Because, if I'm getting deported, I want to get back to my original.
That's my thing about the deportation thing, too. Like, a lot of people were saying, well, they shouldn't be here. They're not here legally. I understand that aspect. However, my thought process is, first of all, how can anybody be illegal on stolen lands? First of all. Second of all, economists have talked about what this is going to do to the economy. I mean, you think that you had labor shortages and you had issues with labor before. A lot of those jobs a lot of those people that are undocumented, because they're trying to fly under the radar anyway, because they know they can get caught. The jobs they're doing are jobs that Americans are turning their noses up at. So who's going to do those jobs when they're gone? It's
It's
just
like
I'm
they
not.
were.
I'm not
it's
going. Well,
supposed to be
I might
later.
have to in the camps they send me to. I might have to.
Do you remember when people would go to a restaurant and then they would yell and complain? Well, there's nobody working in there, so they had to shut it down. They couldn't find any workers because they don't pay enough for the workers, so they won't go in there and work.
Right.
So they've got all the workers that are going to be gone now.
I want my burrito.
My thing is this too, is also too, knowing what we know about like discriminatory practices, and I know like with the Jews in the 1930s, in Germany, they said first they went for came for the socialists, and I didn't say anything because I was a socialist. Then they came for the trade federation, right? Federationists, but I didn't say anything because I was wasn't a trade federation. But then when they came for me, there was nobody left to say anything. And I think it's the same thing with these deportations. I don't think they're going to go and say, okay, let me check your papers, let me check your legitimacy. These yahoos are going to go out here and anything that looks.
Everybody.
It happened last time.
Yeah.
It happened last time.
Well,
Yeah.
and some of their excuses for voting for him were saying, well, I'm not a criminal. I'm one of the basically,
one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Hey, they vote for him because he's so articulate.
Well, actually, his one of his largest demographics he does well with is uneducated men between 18
White males, yeah.
and
Sorry.
well, no, uneducated men, period.
Sound won't stop
Period.
until I hit a fart button.
He got, but look at who he was. Look at the people he brought out to show. He got Joe Rogan. He got The Undertaker. He got Hulk Hogan. He got Elon Musk and Dana White.
Yeah.
And then he told them all, hey, I'm going to get you pussy back. And
you know what? It's like 9/11 pussy. Remember how the police were all so happy they were getting 9/11 pussy everywhere and the soldiers were getting 9/11 pussy. And then when it dried up, they're like, I need a fucking another terrorist attack. So I'm not getting my pussy anymore.
Wow.
You think it's the same?
I mean, well, going after females' bodily autonomy is definitely probably not a way to get in their pants.
No.
Are you crazy? It works on what's the Maid's show?
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna get really dark out here, man.
Our president runs around saying.
That's what I'm saying. All these people that had all these excuses about what they were saying, what they made up on why they weren't going to vote for her, whether it be trans, that's made up. Whether it be
it was all made up.
Yeah, it was all made up.
Saying there was even a vote on any of that shit. There was never a vote. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. And the transgender thing, that was a Trump policy in prison. The one they kept saying Kamala was responsible for. It was a Trump fucking policy.
And even better, they knew Joe Biden had dementia, and there was a soft coup against Joe Biden. No. Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you.
Trump is brain addled. There's no doubt about that.
Nobody believes the economy bullshit.
Well, the problem is that we're saying that, but you have to understand what you have to grasp and learn from this. I mean, assuming we have an election in 2028.
Doubtful.
A lot of people did believe this. I mean, they don't even know basic high school history stuff like how tariffs work.
So,
I saw a thing with a guy. They were telling a guy that how tariffs work. That the consumer pays the price for the tariffs, not China, and they're going to pass the cost on to us.
Right, so the company that's bringing it here pays it, and then they pass it on to us.
Yeah, they pass on the cost.
We don't directly pay it, but that's their excuse for no, we don't pay it. Yes, we do pay it.
Yeah,
in reality, we pay it. And that's why Trump always bragged he got $10 billion from China last time when he was president. No, Trump, that was a $10 billion tax you put on the American people. We paid that fucking shit. But here's something I want to say. and I said it to John earlier. The fact that I never even considered that Americans wouldn't vote for Kamala based on her being a woman and black. Well, how stupid am I? It's like John said, I'm dumb.
We all feel like that. And my thing is, this was something I had a conversation I had with my mother. My mother was like, Obama ran twice and won against traditional white men, whatever. So she said this was clearly about her being a woman.
Yeah. But it's both. Don't get me wrong.
It is. It is. I mean, I agree with that, but I'm saying this was more about her being a woman. I believe.
I had people who just tell me I'm not voting for that woman. Now, woman was part, and that I think that meant black when they said the word that woman. You know what
Right.
I mean?
My brother said he wouldn't vote for a woman to run the country. It was just like, I mean, and it was just like, I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, common sense would just think as a black man with 40 some years of life experience in America, you'd be like, yeah, I'm just going to go for whoever the Klan doesn't endorse.
Yeah,
Right.
they said we lost the black male vote. We lost the white male vote. We lost a lot of the suburban white women vote. What else did we lose?
Well, I think it was 88% of black males, but that's down considering Biden got more of the black male vote, and so did Obama both times he won.
Yeah, and I don't mean, yeah, you're right. We got more black males voted for Kamala, but not the number that we needed considering, and the white women.
Yeah, but
there was a large number of white people that just sat home.
But well, no. What you on? Yeah, I think a lot of them were Dems. They said Kamala got like 15 million less votes than what you call it. So a lot of Democrats stay home.
Yeah,
he's at 70 million. Trump's at 74 million.
Yeah, he got about what he got last time.
Last time was 85 million for Biden. Or 88, I think it might have been.
But they're saying Trump got about what he got in the same neighborhood of what he got last time.
A little better, but not.
But she got 15 million votes less than Biden got. So yeah, that I think it definitely is the race issue, but I think it's more of the woman issue.
Well, I think it's the fact that we have no ability to discern what's true and what's false anymore because everything is so glorified. Like he just says he had a great economy, and the fact is he did not have a great economy. But he said it over and over and over and over again.
Well, he's been quoted as saying, "If you lie enough and you repeat the lie over and over again, people will believe it."
And that's what he did.
And then too, you got Elon Musk who bought a platform just to dispense misinformation.
Yeah. To the bros that we were talking about.
And
it's messed up that like the truth doesn't matter anymore.
We were talking before about this, but also the part of the Democrats and the Democratic Party of being naive on, especially whenever it came up to, Supreme Court justices, whenever they started to interviewing to get them through, and they all said, "Oh, it's it's codified. This is codified," and then. You tell them, well, they're not exactly telling you the truth. They're like, no, it is. Just you're being crazy, right? And they tell you that you're being crazy.
It's settled.
And then another thing comes up. They'll never vote for Trump. Don't worry about it. It's crazy. And then again, same time this time.
Do you realize that if Alito and Thomas retire, Trump will have appointed 5 of the 9?
That's why people say, "Oh, well, this is against the Constitution," or when in the next election, all these other things that they think is going to happen. I'm like, all those things are up for grabs. Everything's up for grabs now. There's no telling what
because
he has.
You got a totally lawless. You got a totally lawless individual in there, and then he's being backed by the real person that's really running this show is Peter Thiel.
Hey, let me tell you about the sound effects. Sometimes you hit the button and it doesn't happen until I can't stop it once I've hit it. And so, like, I hit that dun 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 a long time before it did that noise. So, like, if you hear, I don't know if you can you hear it going on when you were talking?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's coming over later for you guys.
It didn't come over at all for me.
You
Yeah, I
didn't hear
didn't
dun
hear
dun dun?
I didn't
I
hear
didn't
it.
hear it.
Oh, because I left the room, maybe. So I've been playing these sound effects to myself.
Well,
That's what.
And I don't know how you feel, Khalil, but I would like people not to be wearing blue bracelets. I think that's really dumb.
blue bracelets.
Yeah, did you hear about this?
What about them?
So I think it was started by white women. They wanted to signify that they were basically one of the good ones. And so they wanted to have solidarity, safe space, and like if you're a good one, you know, wear a blue bracelet, and then that way you can show that you didn't vote for Donald Trump. And that's so dumb, so dumb, so dumb.
It's just gonna make them a target, and these MAGAs are crazy. They're out here,
And some of them
sending
will wear it just to, you know.
they're out here sending texts to black people, in on college
Oh yeah.
campuses, telling them, you've been chosen to work at slave camp for a report or what you call it. So I mean, your candidate loses. Your candidate loses, you stage a coup. Your candidate wins, and you do this shit. Like,
Yeah, they said you've been picked to pick cotton. You'll be sent to a plantation. I mean, that not only was it is this fucking oh God, this country. And you know what? The people who voted for Trump, they're fine with that message. They're fine with that text. Not all of them, but most of them.
until it happens to them, until we start getting gouged with these food prices. Y'all thought they were complaining about gas and what you call it. Don't be surprised at the end of January when gas is $1.52 again.
Yeah, but so when does it stop? Okay, all right. Well, it's only going to be, okay. Well, we're going to keep all the white people. Well, what kind of white people? Hold on. All right, let's march these Polish out here. If you're from the Eastern Bloc, if you're a little bit Russian, take your pick. If you're Italian, what's coming? Irish, right? So I mean,
well, they say democracy dies with thunderous applause. So now I heard it.
Now you can hear it, right?
Yeah, now we hear it.
FBI, open up!
That's what we're gonna hear all the time. Nothing but
I
FBI.
think
So, and you know what? I
that was Padme Amidala that said, democracy dies with thunderous applause. So
I hate that these wise people are right. I fucking
you know
hate
what?
it.
You know what the thing is? I want it to be wrong. I want them to make America great.
Yeah, we all do. Yes.
I want to be wrong, but I know I'm not.
Because we had 4 years of it already. We already know because he's already done it.
Yeah.
And he had people trying to stop him then, and now he doesn't.
That's part where the people that were saying
stop him.
Yeah, they already
second chance.
Oh Lord! And again,
What, John?
he's already planning running for the third time. So I mean,
and then they were like, "Oh, Trump gets rid of the election term limits for the president, and then Obama's going to run, and there's not going to be there's going to be an election."
if there is, it'll be a sham. You'll get your ballot and it'll have his name checked already.
Right?
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. We're almost up to an hour here. Khalil, thanks for coming on. You want to come on again sometime?
Sure, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, be fun.
This is basically what we do. We just
bitch about Trump. So
yeah,
well, I'm probably all going to prison.
I'm going to find Princess Leia. I'm going to join the Rebel Alliance. So,
I am your father and your brother and your uncle. The West Virginia Star Wars.
I would say Kentucky more.
Actually, a lot of people say I had sex with my daughters. I didn't do it. I wanted to, but she said no.
I wanted to, but I didn't.
West Virginia elected Jim Justice. So what are you gonna do?
Senator Justice.
Did
That's
Mark
a great
Robinson
fucking name.
win?
You got to give him that.
Did Mark Robinson win the governorship?
No.
Okay, good.
Senator
and then
Justice.
Sheriff Then Sherrod Brown lost too. I'm like, Bernie Moreno's been stealing from people for a long time. But you know what? Actually, like I said, elections have consequences. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Oh, we
So,
lost the gerrymander thing too. We lost that.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
that was because people didn't understand it.
yeah, and
so-
that's the crazy thing is Republicans have been doing that for years already.
Because
In different,
if you're against gerrymander, should have been vote no, but they changed it to vote yes
yeah,
to be against it.
but yeah, we'll
That
see.
confused a lot of people.
Let's give it 2 years and see what happens.
So what are you going to do to safeguard yourself?
Oh, I'm about to do my conceal and carry. I'm not fucking around with this, and I don't even like guns.
You don't
I
need
don't
a
even-
concealed carry.
Really?
You can just buy
In
one.
Ohio?
Nope,
Huh?
don't need them. We got rid
Yeah,
of all
this
the
is
rules.
Ohio.
In Ohio, you don't need anything.
Well, like I said, my dad's been asking me to come to the range forever, so I guess I'm going soon.
Yeah,
I need
just
to
go
make
buy a
an
gun.
appointment.
You can conceal carry without any rules.
Without any rules, but I get what you're saying about any rules, but let's talk realism.
You need to know.
There's repercussions for certain things. I mean,
Yeah.
ask
Yeah.
Philandro Castile how that worked out.
Yeah,
He
So
was
I-
legally-
you got to know what to do if you get pulled over and shit. You got to know.
Yeah, and that still may not be enough.
No, not especially if you're black.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I'm a bit terrified, but I'm ready.
Who was the boy? Who was the boy that got pulled out and beaten? Was that him?
No, Philandro Castile was the one that told the officer he did have a gun in the car. When the officer asked him, they shot him.
I don't know that one.
So it was in
Isn't
Minnesota.
it sad that there's so many of them that I don't know that one?
Yeah.
I know the one where he ran a stop sign or some bullshit and 7 or 8 cop cars.
Home. Yeah.
7 or 8 cop cars showed up and they pulled him out and beat him to death.
But these cops are afraid of black people. And if you're afraid of black people, if you're afraid of Spanish people because you've been watching Fox News, getting hocked up on that propaganda, you probably shouldn't be a cop.
I agree with that. My nephew
Everybody is really the same. Everybody just want to go home.
My nephew used to be a commander in the Cleveland Police Department, and he was the guy that tried to train police. But he trained the guy who shot the little boy in Cleveland. When that cop car pulled up on that kid and shot him almost instantly.
Tamir Rice.
Yeah, they shot him almost. He goes, those police.
It was less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, they did a
They
drive-by.
didn't do anything right.
Yeah, it was essentially a drive-by.
Yeah, they almost hit him with the car, it looked like, and then jumped out and shot him.
Yeah, I mean, this, and I talk about it because I think the awareness is needed. But I mean, all of this is just so triggering for me.
There's a lot of good police, but it only takes a couple.
My thing is, I understand that there are consequences for everything. However, if you're a good cop and you're allowing the bad ones to run rampant, I don't know if you're a good cop.
It's hard. When I was a teacher, and we would get a out of control cop at the school, it was really hard to get rid of them. You know what I mean? They would abuse the kids' rights. They were awful to the kids. I'm not saying the kids were always right, but
Right.
they were. I mean, they were just over the top.
You're supposed to be the adult in the room.
Yeah, and you couldn't hardly get rid of them because the comeback was, well, you just don't want the police at your school. Then no, that's not what it is. And it really was a sad day when we had to start having police in schools.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Those problems come.
I've been in where things almost turned into a riot at a school, where everybody starts screaming and everybody starts jumping in like a scrum. And it's scary because you don't know how to stop it or what to do. Because when a mob starts acting like a mob, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Even for kids.
Literally nobody is safe.
No. Like I
So-
I even testified against a boy who tried to take a gun from a policeman, and it didn't work out well for him. But it ended up, even in court, the kid was found not guilty of. If it was some just a law like not being in control or something, he was found not guilty, even though he tried to take a policeman's gun.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been able to do that and get away with that.
And it was like unruly. He was not unruly. That's what they said. Not guilty of being unruly. We're like, what? How much more? And it started a huge riot, because once the policeman and the guy was on the ground, all the kids just started running in at it and stuff. So we're pulling people out. And it was
Kids are
crazy.
smart. Kids are smart. They know how to plan stuff too.
Yeah. And I would say that was a good policeman because he didn't start any of it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. We always
All
close
right.
with the Curb Your Enthusiasm music as played by John's Children. Are you ready for this, Khalil?
Yes.
This is Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know the music, right? Curb.
Yeah.
You'll recognize it.
This is our version.
I can't.
It sounds just like it, doesn't it?
Boys.
That's
Boys.
it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ah, Bo and Owen.
That's it. Unsuitable language number 58 in the books. Take care, guys.
Thank you for
Good
having
luck.
me on.
Thank you. You stay here a
Good luck,
second.
America.